But we will get this started. Map pick is going to be Circuit Royale for Hunters, which are the home team today. Actually, let me just quickly do lineups real quick. Not going to forget. Let's start with Hunters. Hunters, we're going to see Dinks returning on tank, as well as Energy coming in on DPS. We see Smash, who we normally see on tank, going to be coming in for DPS. I think that player is actually not available right now, though. Instead, they have a player called High, and Jacob and Boostioro are going to be on support. Let's check out Sentinels. Sentinels, big Avernus, the team owner, going to be on tank. DPS, Affinity is going to be coming back. Instead of just 2 sus, we're going to have Cheems in. Sports are correct. It's going to be Quibsy and Sleepy Panda. So we're very familiar with all these players for Sentinels. A couple new players for the Hunters. Or 1 new player, I should say. But everyone else we are familiar with. This High person, I know absolutely nothing about them. They joined literally like less than a half hour ago. Did I start the giveaway yet? I did. Okay, make sure you enter that giveaway. And let's do this.
Hello.
Hunter's lineup is crazy. Lots of players on that lineup, that's for sure. All right, and with this, we are kicking off week 5. This is the last week of the regular season, and this is going to decide which teams make the playoffs. For Division 1, I believe it might already be set in stone. I think the only way... I think it's set in stone. I think the playoff teams for Division 1 are Hunters, Sentinels, these 2 teams here, and then Phoenix is the 3rd one. I don't think anything that happens in the next couple matches will change that. We might get a change in seeding, though. Hunters attacking first, Sentinels electing to defend first. Nice shot by High. They're going to pick off Sleepy Panda. Avernus already being charged by Energy. Energy on tank, I wasn't really expecting that. I had them in the DPS slot because that's where I'm used to them playing. But looks like they can play some Ryan as well. Wasn't familiar with it. And Hunter's going to barrel through the first point. And I'm going to take this opportunity to swap a couple players here. I'm going to swap Energy and Dinks. Because last time they played, Dinks was the tank and Energy was the DPS. So it looks like they're swapping things up a little bit. Avernus on Sigma is wild. It is interesting, right? But this is like the most Sigma map ever. So, I mean, if you're going to play Sigma, this would be the map to do it. But I agree, seeing Avernus on Sigma isn't natural to me. Energy Shatter, I don't think catches anything there, but Dinks will finish off Sleepy Panda. Jacob just going to start bringing this cart up. Avernus matching the Reinhardt now. Done with the Sigma. Energy taking a lot of heat. Going to back up. But the payload already up above the hill. Affinities might make things a little bit easier there. We're going to get a pick on Dinks. And this might be the real first shot at a team fight. Mr. Cheem's also going to get Boostioro. So that's 2 down. Hunter's going to have to full reset here. Cheem's going to get a double. Hungry for more. Jacob and Energy still trying to escape. Avernus not about it though, and might have gotten a little bit too close to this Hunter squad. Could be in trouble. But good supports for the Sentinels to keep him up even in that dangerous position. So now we've got 2 players on Widow here and 2 Ryans, which is interesting. Going for the shot here, not going to connect. And Dinks going to assassinate Sleepy Panda. I don't even know where Dinks came from. Going to go for the copy as well. Going to get the Baptiste and actually take out the Baptiste. And Energy with the triple kill as well is going to be a team kill. They're going to roll straight to the 2nd point and keep this moving. Good start for the Hunters. Both Widows with sights. Dinks knows where Affinities is and is going to be able to lob bombs in there and take them out. Energy in trouble. Perfect immortality field might save them. Literally couldn't get more perfect than that. That player was dead. And already gonna get a team fight there. Dinks, let's watch them because I keep seeing them in the kill feed and not knowing where they're coming from. Getting ready for another assassination as High is gonna get Affinities. This isn't how I'm used to seeing Echo play. This feels more like a Tracer Sombra play style. All right. Going for the Zen. Never mind, that was a bit anticlimactic, sorry. Both Ryans with a shatter. The one that lands it well is probably going to end up winning this team fight. But lots of ults for the Sentinels. And they're going to get Boostioro. So that's the Juno gone. That's an opening pick. But quickly traded out. Mr. Cheem's also going to go down. Both Ryans getting a charge kill there, 4-4. But Energy still has their shatter, though, crucially. Tries to go for the pin. Not going to get Avernus. Actually, both missing their pin. And now they're going to swing on each other. Avernus going to get the final blow, though. And our Widows are going to find each other on the high ground. Affinity's missing that shot, and here comes the help for the Hunters. Dink's going to finish him off. And now if Hunters can get one more solid team fight win, they're going to be able to finish this map with some decent time. It's a good play, and I don't even think the Echo's going to be able to come back. Oh man, that is a huge pin off the map, because Echo normally be able to fly out of that, but since they were copying the Ryan, they weren't able to get out. Honestly, a big play. But not gonna matter. Too many Hunters on the cart, and with the big Ryan down there, really can't have your squishies touch. They're gonna get it with 3 minutes on the dot. And a good opening push for the Hunters in this matchup.
Initiating match.
Be swapping sides here. Sentinel's going to need to get this all the way to the end of the map here. Sentinels starting their season very strong. They had a decisive victory over Legion. Then they had a very close win over Eclipse right before Eclipse disbanded. They fell to Phoenix, and now this is their last match of the season. For Hunters, things have been going well. I think they've lost 2 maps, and both of those were to Phoenix. Have yet to lose. I don't think this team has, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this team has lost in their franchise history. They were new last season, and they won it all. We'll see if they can have 2 perfect seasons. Spicy. Last night I saw a little bit of the very first SOL match, season 1, week 1. You sounded so different compared to now. I'm really curious, Junior. Can you go into that a bit more? I want to know what's different, like genuinely. I remember someone sent me a really old clip from like maybe my first month doing this, and I sounded so quiet. Like I would talk how I like just normally talk. Like I would be like talking about the game like this. So I try and put on a bit more of a high energy persona when I'm streaming. This isn't how I am normally. Alright, swapping sides early. Avernus gonna get Uno high. But other than that, it's all Hunters in the kill feed, so Avernus probably gonna be next. We'll get one more though. An excellent play. And actually it might make some space for the rest of their team to start moving this. Ugly box around the scoreboard. Interesting. I have no idea. That's true. There was no face cam for the start of this league. I forgot. So Hunters on defense. They are going to hold the first push here. Lost a couple players in that opening matchup. Ooh, Dink's almost getting a little low there. No Widowmaker right now. They're going full dive for the Sentinels. We've got a Kiriko, we've got a Winston, Tracer. This is very divey. But always an Ashe. It's weird. I see Ashe a lot with like what I would consider like divey comps. I don't know if that's just a personal preference from the players or if there's actually something to that. Boostioro gonna get a couple of picks in the backline, but eventually be finished off by Affinities. And what's interesting is a lot, actually, I should have got into this a little earlier. This Sentinels team, a lot of players that are on this team were on Hunters last season. Avernus was on that team. Affinities was on that team. Cheems, I don't remember. I think they might have been. Quibsy was on that team. I don't know about Sleepy Panda. But this is literally, Hunters was too good last season, had too many good players that half of them or so went and made Sentinels. So this is kind of almost like a scrim from last season if they had like an inter-team scrim. Lucioro still racking up the kills on the Lucio, having no fear jumping into the back line. But a real nice defense so far. The payload hasn't even gone under this first choke point. But here we go. We're going to try and make a play here. Yunohai is going to be the first victim. Nice kill with the secondary. Got to get a couple more. Too much damage coming in. Not going to be able to escape. Actually, Energy going to finish them off. Teams did get Boostiora, so they got 2, but now Energy is going to jump straight on the back line. Sleepy Panda with a nice sleep. Looks like the supports will be able to stabilize, but man, that ball has a lot of HP. They will finish him off. Okay, big play from the back line to take out Energy. They're going to have a couple of seconds here without a ball for Hunters, and now is the time to really strike. We'll see if they can get any meaningful value here. Once again, they're going to target the Widow early and get the Widow. But it's converting the next couple picks is what they've been having trouble with. But there's 3. They're going to have the ball in the back. And they should be able to handle that. In fact, they're just going to get out of there. Jacob barely going to escape with the Immortality Field. Energy flirting with touching again, but deciding not to. So they will get first. It took them a minute to get things rolling, but then they had a couple of smart team fights, a couple big plays in the back line. I'm wearing the Instigators today, Junior. Usually I don't wear teams that are playing, but I had my fiance pick out which jersey I wore today, and she picked this one. So I wasn't going to be like, no, I'm not wearing that one today because they're playing. So we're going with Instigators. Lots of ults coming online. Almost everybody in the lobby either has their ult or is going to in just a couple seconds. So we're going to see some big plays here. We're going to see who strikes first. Avernus might jump straight into this team knowing that they have their get out of jail free card. Chasing the Lucio. Lucio is going to be able to escape though. Energy going to strike first, going to get Mr. Cheems. Jacob probably going to go down, and they will. Now Sentinels flipping it in their favor. Couple more players to finish off. Dinks just barely gonna get off the copy. And it's kind of difficult to see who's winning this team fight right now. I think maybe Sentinels are pulling it out. Oh my gosh. Avernus has been nice with the secondary shots on the Winston. We've seen them get multiple kills with the secondary. We're gonna need to see Avernus on something like a Widow or Ashe soon with how they're hitting these shots so consistently. Oh my gosh, I would love a Saturn jersey, Amara. But I always have people vote for what jerseys to buy. Saturn is definitely in my top 5 jerseys that I want. I really like the yellow and blue. It looks so fire. Now, even more momentum coming here. Both Widows gonna get a kill. They gotta keep Avernus alive though, taking a ton of heat, and they will get energy. And Avernus is gonna take that opportunity to jump on them. A nice shot on Dinks. Affinity is really starting to heat up. And they might be able to get it here. I mean, energy will be back, but how many teammates are they gonna even have alive? Gonna go in anyway. It's a good engagement. Comes Boostioro in as well. If they can get a couple more Hunters players on the payload, it might be savable. Not going to happen as they're going to lose 2, and so the Sentinels are going to keep this going. They're going to have a minute 30 to get this to the end of the map. Otherwise, map 1 is in the books. Lily, I tried actually. They were waiting on a support for so long. So I literally was like, when it hit the time, like we wait till like 4:05 Eastern, and it was 4:05, and I literally was like, just put Lily in for map number 1. But they're like, no, we're gonna wait for Quipsy. I want you to know I tried. But it is their decision. But they're getting some momentum here. I feel like Affinities especially is really starting to pop off and really start turning this kill feed purple. The Winston swap also has been working wonders. on this side of the map. But it's not done, and they really are kind of out of time. They've got a minute to probably... They need to win a concisive team fight, or they need to get some staggers. There we see it again. Affinity's just starting to cook. They have some ults to work with here. Hunters don't, so if they can use these 3 ults correctly, I mean Nano, Rush, and Bob, those are some heavy hitting ults, and especially with Affinity's getting a kill like every 3 seconds. I mean, surely they should have a shot at getting it all the way there. But they've got to go now. Make sure you got somebody on that cart, guys. Okay, they do. But 2 kills for the Hunter's gonna come in. Wibsy able to get off the Kiriko ult, but all the Sentinels dropping around them, and suddenly it's seeming like it might not be possible. Avernus will have Primal Rage, but there is Hunters everywhere, and they are hunting Winston right now. And not going to be able to survive for long enough. Bob not going to be able to join the party. Map 1 going to go to Hunters. Oh, you weren't home yet? Okay, good. Because I thought surely at least at that point. All right, Sentinels are going to be choosing map number 2. We're going to get that started, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Both teams keep swapping over to defense, so I have to keep swapping my scoreboard. It's driving me absolutely crazy. That's okay. I need to have better buttons so I can just click a button and it swaps the scoreboards and stuff. All that takes time. Did I just win SOL tokens or Overwatch tokens? You won... Did I say Overwatch coins, Banana Bear? You won Discord tokens. That's what we give out. If I was giving out like 50,000 Overwatch coins every stream, I would be absolutely cooked financially. I'm so sorry. Hope you understand. I might have said the wrong thing though. Sometimes I do say the wrong thing. You save up enough for them, enough of them though, you can use them on Overwatch coins. Here in Seattle. It's cool, Shay. We'll run the ones eventually, Shay. Don't worry about it. Zeta, thank you so much for that 3 streams. Sure, appreciate it. Alright, map 2. This is going to be the pick of Sentinels. And they want Blizzard World, which is awesome. Teams don't pick this map much. It's a real shame. Bustioro gonna get the party started, gonna get Mr. Cheeves, Affinity's following them. So both DPS for the Sentinels gonna be respawning, and they will clean up the rest. Dinks on the Venture gonna be a little bit too close to the spawn door, and they are gonna jump on them well there. So that's a player down. It can start to move in a bit. They're gonna get both DPS as well, and now everybody else for the Hunters running back to spawn. The support and tank are going to try and weather the storm while they wait for their DPS to come back. Sentinels could really take advantage of this, though. And now Hunters with their DPS back. They have some quick DPS players, so they are going to be able to mount a defense. And there's 2 kills for the Hunters. Avernus will get Dinks. Once again, Dinks going down first for the Hunters. But it looks like they're going to be all right. And Energy even popping the Winston out there. Gonna get a double with it. Man. Fun fact about Energy, they actually played in the very first ever SOL match ever. It was Polar versus Eclipse. They were playing for Eclipse at the time. They were on DPS at the time, though. We were actually on this same map. This was the map where SOL started, so I'm getting a little bit of some flashbacks. Sentinels gonna get this next one started. Avernus gets 2. Could get 3 here. The brick getting low. We've seen some big kills from the Winston players so far in this match. Winston, a lot of people don't think of him as a tank that can just jump in a team and kill people because of his low damage output, but if you play him right and use that ult right, you can really rack up the kills. So Quibsy and Avernus gonna get 5 kills there between them. Dinks almost touches and gonna keep adding to their death tally there. But that's all right. They have lots of ults to work with. We have everything except Energy's Winston ult right now for the Hunters.
The payload is progressing. We must stop them.
With the first point in tow, we'll see how far they can push this thing. Oh, I totally forgot to mention there was a sub. Woo Back Baby came in for Jacob. So I believe that was the only sub. I think Sentinels were trying to get a different player in. They invited somebody twice, but they didn't actually end up joining. You know, I somehow surviving, but Avernus, like I said, get the dude off tank, put him on. Yeah, honestly, he's even saying in chat, put him on Ashe or something. Dude has not missed a secondary on Winston this entire time. Or like Sojourner or something. If he was hitting beams like he's hitting these Winston shots, they might have a chance. Still, lots of ultimates online for the Hunters, but now, it's been so long since they've used them that Sentinels are starting to get their ultimates online too. Mr. Cheem's gonna get a double, gonna be finished off by Unohai in the back. And they could be stabilizing as Wooback is also gonna get affinities. Both Winstons jumping around in the middle of the small area. And somehow everybody's staying alive. We're gonna pop the rally, instantly slept, and that was almost the end of them. Just too much sustain. Neither team can get a kill with such low damage Winstons and such high healing. Energy finally gonna get Sleepy Panda. Energy gonna get a double on the supports, and surely that should be the end there. Avernus absolutely batting Woo against the wall. This is just an absolute mess. El Glaze, it's my job, bro.
The enemy team is pushing the payload.
They do have the payload now. I mean, they are getting close to this point, all things considered. They've been sticking kind of in the inside area of the map. Affinity's also going to get Unohai. They're winning the Tracer duel. We're going to counter with Boosty Oro, but Boosty Oro's going to go down to Cheems. Dinks luckily does get Affinities to try and make it a little bit better, and Dinks going to get a double kill. I mean, that was definitely going the way of Sentinels. If it wasn't for that double kill right there, they definitely would have taken that point. Now it's going to be a little bit closer. It's a 3v3 at the moment. Man, all this has been is just the two Winstons just lasering each other's backline until somebody dies. Energy gonna get a double there, absolutely flailing. This is what the problem when you play inside though, is when the Winstons are gonna get Primal Rage, you're gonna be absolutely batted against the wall. It's been just an interesting middle area of the map so far. And, you know, as we're watching, you gotta remember though, this match doesn't really have that high of stakes. Like I said, both of these teams are gonna be in the playoffs for Division 1. They're both gonna have time to make adjustments. Whoever loses, to get ready for the only matches that matter. There are only 2 matches in the playoffs for each division. There's the semifinals between the 2 and 3 seed, and then the finals between the 1 seed and whoever won that match. So this one is kind of just getting adjusted, seeing where you stand with the other playoff teams. I mean, this is kind of what we saw with Phoenix Sentinels. Both of them were going to make the playoffs. It was just a little bit of a test to be like, okay, well, how we... Jeez, that was gross. It wasn't even the shot that killed him. It was a melee somehow. But in the meantime, Sentinel's last chance, but they are losing players quickly, so they are going to be stopped just short of second point. Hunters have their win condition to go up 2-0. That was a crazy shot. And the bomb, too. I didn't talk about the bomb, but that was funny. They both took each other out at the exact same second. That was nuts.
Initiating match.
So as we get ready for playoffs, this is going to be the last time our league looks like this, maybe ever. We are switching to another format. If you don't know about that, get ready because there's going to be quite a bit of information posted on how our league is shifting. Basically, we're done with divisions next season. And I know what you're saying, that sounds scary, but it's not going to be like Diamonds versus Hunters. It's not happening. We are doing a tournament style called Swiss, but I'm injecting a little bit of different rules into it, so it's not pure Swiss, right? But it's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have much closer matches all season long, and we're gonna have an awesome playoffs with 12 teams making the playoffs.
I know more than anyone that a head that big is an easy target.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
All right.
Defend objective A.
Hunters swapping to attack. All they gotta do is get first point and very close to second. And they are gonna be having a 2-0 lead in this series. Let's talk about the other matches you can expect today. We're gonna have Misfits versus Ragu after this. Also, not a lot of stakes. Misfits already clinched the playoffs. Ragu already out of the playoffs. But I have a feeling it's gonna be a good one. And actually, I'm starting to realize that now is not the best time to talk about the schedule. I'll talk about it when there's less action going on. Sentinels are going to want to hold this for as long as they can. They stopped the Hunters just short of a second tick. Now they're going to get some picks of their own. You know, high on the Genji. First time we're seeing them on that hero. And Avern is just going to barrel through with the help of Affinities. They're going to be okay.
I have you. Keep fighting.
So Hunters being 3-0. I don't know if Hunters will even... I think they might have clinched the 1 seed. I don't think it's possible they can even be the 2 seed even if they lose this. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. Alright, or maybe we won't see. I mean, if they win it, then they are the undisputed 1 seed for sure. We have a pause, so we will pause. Alright, ready to go. I think I erased the maps. I didn't mean to do that, my bad. Alright. So let's get back to where we were. A little bit of context. Hunters are attacking first point. They did get 1 tick and almost got the second one, and then Sentinels came up big and stopped them short. Time bank's getting small too. Can't ignore that. We are down to 1:30 on the time bank. Apparently Boost Euro was having ping problems, so they left and rejoined. There goes the second tick. And might be able to get the third here. I don't think there's enough Sentinels in the area. They're gonna nano boost Affinities, but not gonna be able to get there in time. And so Sentinel's gonna be left empty-handed and nano-less after that one. I mean, it could have been a major play if they were able to touch. It was just so close. Was almost, I mean, it had the potential for Sentinels to be a real momentum shift there if they could have held that, because the time bank was getting low. But now things are a lot more difficult. Now they've got to hold this for 3 minutes. Probably going to lose a lot of ground here as 3 kills come in for the Hunters, but Avernus is going to be able to help finish off the tank energy, which will give him some time for some solo monkey activities without the other one running around. And that should force Hunters off for just a moment here and allow Sentinels to regroup. Liam, I'm gonna time you out for like a year. What the hell is that, bro? You know how I'm gonna force them back here. They might be able to snag a pick. Nope. Dinks gets Quibsy though. A lot less HP gonna be coming in. And Cheems goes down as well. Affinity's gonna make it a 4v3 if they can get just one pick with the Winston jumping towards the Juno. We're gonna return to the cart. And actually, Energy is very low, but has a monkey all to their own, so they're gonna be just fine. 2 minutes on the time bank, and probably one decisive team fight would be enough for Hunters to go up 2-0. What's up, Feeny Pie? How you doing? Saturn gonna try and not drop a map all season long. Let's see. I think you guys got it. You guys definitely proved it last time. 3 meters away. Last chance for Sentinels. Otherwise, they're going to be facing a 2-0 deficit. They do get 2 picks there. Dink's going to get Avernus, though. That is the tank down. Now, with Energy alive and Avernus down, it's going to be difficult for Sentinels to try and hold this. But actually, Bob is adding an extra player to the field, and that forces them off for just a moment. They're going to have time to regroup. Big Bob play there. It's difficult, you know, to finish off the point when there's such a high health target on there, especially as a Winston. I mean, what is a Winston going to do against a Bob? And that is going to buy Sentinels at least one more chance. And Affinities is in big trouble. Quibsy, huge pick though. Gonna get Dinks. And finally, Energy does chase down the Tracer that used all their cooldowns. He goes to the skybox. What on earth could have sent him that far, Overwatch? What on earth could send the monkey that far? I like how we had the perfect angle for that too, to watch the Winston disappear into the sunset. Team Rockets blasting off again, Ragdoll. So true. And now we're at final fight though, as funny as that was. This is going to determine if we have a tied series or a 2-0 advantage. And we have lots of alts in play right now. Sleepy Panda is going to be the first victim, though. Energy going to take them down. Energy going to try and get a second here. Cheems knows already what's about to happen. That's 2 for Hunters. That's 3. And that'll be enough. So, final fight came down at the last minute. Hunter is going to be able to get it done. We're gonna get map 3 set up, and we're gonna be back in just one moment. What's up, the clown? Apparently, the data center still isn't fixed, but whatever. They say it's fine. They say they have decent enough ping. All right. The raffle for map number 3 is up. Make sure you tap in. Exclamation mark raffle to enter could be the last raffle of this match. Quibsy gonna get the opening pick. As I mentioned, there was a sub for both teams. Jacob coming back in for Wu. Jacob was there originally. Wu came in for map number 2. Looks like they are swapping again. And Baruch is gonna be coming in on Lucio for Sleepy Panda. Sentinel's gonna strike first and gonna snag this flashpoint. Couple picks for Hunters, though. Could quickly flip it back.
How's it going?
And they will. Affinity's the only survivor. Gonna try and escape. And Energy gonna have absolutely none of it. Pisces say rogue? Why do I need to say rogue? Spicy next haircut, get a burst fade with the V in the back. No idea what that means, but it sounds absolutely fire. I'll let my barber know. I know you guys are a big fan of my barber. Hunter's flipping it over at 33%. Infinity's gonna get the opening pick on Dinks, and it's gonna be quickly made a 4v4. Cheems making it a 3v4. Energy in trouble. Cheems on the Mei. Lots of ults ready for the Sentinels. They should be able to flip this one back over, and Hunters are gonna have at least one more shot, but they're gonna be walking into 5 ultimates. So not an easy challenge. Varuk grabbing Quibsy and moving back to point. Dink's gonna try and salvage it, and they are gonna get an opening pick on Quibsy before Varuk's ult comes in. But is it gonna be enough? I mean, a 4v5 with this many ults might not even be enough of an advantage. Affinity's gonna get 2. Avernus gonna get 1, and that might be enough to send Hunters packing for the first Flashpoint. Sentinels gonna send them on their way. Thank you so much to Miyame Senpai for the follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in to our matches today. My mom just advertised Rogue to me on the drive home earlier. I don't think that's true. If so, it's a W mom though. I'm drinking my Rogue right now. This is definitely Rogue Energy and not G Fuel. Okay? Because I'm not sponsored by G Fuel. Yet. Sentinel's gonna get the first Flashpoint and gonna be moving over towards the second one. Was a close one though, back and forth. And we're back on the Reinhardt again. We had a bit of a Ryan duel on Circuit Royale, which was the first map. But Sentinels really locking in a bit here with the last map. Not last map, their last chance right now. Because if they win it, there will be more maps. Avernus walled off, not going to last much longer. They're going to get an early pick on the tank, and Hunters should, as long as they don't lose anybody else, be able to get this point. And you know High gets a second one. Sentinels are going to be sent packing. Lots of ults in the bank. I swear Sentinels have had so many ults. I'm not sure if they're not using them or building them quickly, but every time I look at this team, they always have so many ults ready to go. That's going to be the same thing here. They're going to get energy early. And a great lamp from Quibsy to keep up Affinities, who was surely going to be blown up there. But Dinks might have been able to buy some time. Probably not enough. Those Sentinels with 5 ultimates walking straight onto the point. Avernus in trouble. Gonna drop the hammer just to stay alive. And it'll be a good play. They're gonna be just fine. Sentinels flipping it over at 75%. Hunters will have a chance to reclaim it. And if they get a decisive team fight, that will probably be the end of the Flashpoint. But they're not gonna have a lot of shots at it. That's honestly crazy, Lily, because, like, I have tried Rogue Energy. I like it. I think it's good. But I had never heard of it until they reached out to me. Never. I've heard of G Fuel. I've heard of Gamer Sups. I've heard of, like, that one yellow one. I forget what it's called. But I'd never heard of Rogue. So that's kind of crazy. W Mom, though. Once again, Quibsy bailing out Affinities. Sentinels gonna weather the storm as the Hunters attack. Another pulse bomb there, not gonna find anything. They do have a couple players alive. They could make a big play. Oh, Dinks just not able to get on the ledge. They definitely would have finished off Varuk there. And never mind, hold on. I thought Sentinels were winning that team fight. But now, it's looking like they're in real trouble here. Quibsy doing their best to just stay alive against Dinks, who is hunting them down. And it's going to be 90-90 here. Energy's going to be able to come back on ball. Winner of this team fight is going to get this Flashpoint. It looks like Sentinels are in the lead so far. They're going to need a big play. And doesn't look like they're going to get one. Sentinels are going to snag it. They're going to be up 2-0 on the flashpoints. Oops, he just reloaded like 5 times in 10 seconds. Hey, they were under a lot of stress there. I don't think anyone in this chat would want Dinks hunting them on Tracer. Somehow this isn't over yet. The Hunters are still staggering onto this point even with everybody they've lost. Eventually it's going to be over though. I mean, they are losing this fight. They keep losing players. Might as well just regroup for number 3. Sentinels coming out of the gate hot.
Come here and I'll heal you.
Now, where are we for point number 3? I don't know. Oh, here we are. Sentinel's also going to be able to get to point number 3 earlier. Dink's going to be swapping over to the Lucio, it looks like. I thought the Lucio lost connection for a second, was standing still. Flashpoint's unlocked, but they are just trying to finish off the team fight to decide who gets to take it. Couple kills on either side. I mean, it's difficult to tell who's in the lead. Affinities, ooh, barely, never mind. I thought for sure they had escaped behind their Ryan shield, but Dinks is going to be able to use the rockets. And now Dinks having a field day with the soldier. Avernus one shot, not going to be around for much longer. Energy going to finish him off, and Hunters are actually going to take that one and be able to cap. Wasting no time, though. Sentinels already ready to go. They're going to have to pick up their big Reinhardt here. And Energy actually off the Reinhardt. Going to be going for the Ramatra look instead. We'll see if Avernus stays or if they swap as well. Affinity is going to be getting the first pick there. Quickly traded, though. Jacob and Dink's going to get a pair. Affinity's in trouble. And even after losing the first player, they are going to be okay. Rucked still deep in enemy lines. Not going to be able to escape Boostioro there. Also a fast character. So Hunters are going to try and reverse sweep this. It would be a big way to finish off map number 3. Sentinels are trying to reverse sweep, but in a very different way. They're trying to reverse sweep the match, while Hunters are trying to reverse sweep the map. The two very different stories going on. 3 ults on both sides. And here those ults come. Cheems is frozen. The irony. That winter coat not going to do enough for him, and Dinks is going to finish him off. Boostioro gets a second. And Sentinel's going to be sent packing unless they can get a big play here. Doesn't look like it. So Hunter's going to come back when they need it the most on that 3rd flashpoint. Moving on to flashpoint number 4. Jay, that story sucked. I'm gonna time you out for like 6 years. As a reminder, there's a raffle going on. There's a raffle for every map today and always. So make sure you always put in exclamation mark raffle every time you see a new map. See your side, what's going on? Good to see ya. Big flashpoint number 4. Also, apologies to Misfits Ragu. I know we are over time. We will start your guys' match as soon as this one is over. So, you guys might have to play it by ear a little bit. Jacob, opening pick, you know high, getting a second one. Hunter's going to be able to get the first team fight. Just got to finish off Affinities. Affinities going to get one on Dinks before they go down. Getting their one.
What's everyone else doing?
And not a lot of ults in the game right now. Energy, the Ram ult, and Barucht with beat. That's it. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I've had a busy day. I woke up and was at the mall with my girlfriend like since like 10 today. So it's been a busy day, and now I have to stream till like 8, and then we're going grocery shopping. So no rest on a Saturday, but that's all right. Lots to do. Adult life's busy. Avernus gonna get a double, Energy being one of them, so that's the tank down. Sentinels are gonna be able to snatch this point back. Yet this is the first time I'm seeing You Know High play Junior. They're dancing in spawn right now. They literally joined the Discord not even like 30 minutes ago, so. I mean 30 minutes before this match started. So yes, they are very new, but yeah, they've been playing well. Sentinels on the high ground, gonna have to drop as Hunters are contesting them. Abernus gonna come say hi to Energy. And here comes the ultimates. Dinks trying to put down enough pressure on the high ground using the visor. Gonna force out the Lucio ult. Nobody's dead yet. Lots of ults, no deaths. And this is a big point. I'm sure that's not where they wanted the TNT to go there. Wall is gonna block the TNT and actually cause Affinity some trouble here. Energy gonna get a double, and Hunters coming back on this one. Just a couple of Sentinels players alive. Sentinels probably gonna have one more shot at this. Abernus already back, and with a big shatter. High with a Blizzard on their way back too. Those are the only two ults in the game right now. Team's getting close to a Blizzard boost. You are getting close to the Solar Beam or whatever the hell that shit is. Sentinels could end it here and force the map 4. But we'll see if Hunters send us to the 5th Flashpoint. Abernus gonna get a double. It's looking like that might be the way it goes. Double kill for the Hunters, though. And Quipsy goes down as well. Oh, no. All right, we're back. As Hunters take the 2nd Flashpoint and are going to send us to number 5. Trying to get the reverse sweep done in Servasa. We'll see if they can do it. They are going to get to point first, which is a big deal. And there are no ults in this ball game. Rukt might have been close to their ult, but unfortunately they left, so... They get put at 0 ult charge. I have no idea how close they were. Dink's gonna start things off on a get for Rukt. Now putting some heat on Sheems. Opening pick for Hunters might be enough for them to snag this one. Affinity's also in trouble, not gonna be able to survive that. Off-angle Soldier really putting some pressure. Gotta be careful, though. Oh, luckily doesn't get chased. Energy coming in to help. Hunters with the point and with some picks. Abernus might not even be able to get back to spawn. Luckily, we'll be able to with some help from their supports. Vic said I was flat. I don't know about that. It's the best damn plat I've ever seen, then. I don't think many plats could have a Widow duel with affinities and, like, win half of it. Dink's gonna get a double with the visor. These visors have been so big for Hunters in this point ever since the swap. Oh, gross. Rocket gonna land just where they wanted it. And this off-angle Soldier is just spoiling the party for Sentinels. And that's it. That's game. That's ball game. I don't think anybody's touching.
That warms the bones.
Close one there, Sentinels. I swear they got better every map, but not going to be able to get it done. How many times have we seen reverse sweeps on Flashpoint lately? It's been pretty automatic. Sounds good, Ghostly. Like I said, not a big deal for either of these teams. Both of them going to be in playoffs, but still fun to see them get a little warm up with each other.